So where do surfers learn to surf? At boarding school. Because there's a surfboard.
Perfect.
So the Nike Calm Mule. One of the things I really didn't think I'd actually like, but these surprised me in more ways than one. We actually spoke about these on a live stream and I was giving these a lot of flack, I'm not gonna lie to you. But it's one of those things, once you get them in hand, it may just change your mind. In today's episode, we are reviewing the Nike Calm Mule. Now we recently got the Nike Calm Slide and that divided a lot of people, especially myself. I felt like Nike was sort of capitalizing of the whole Yeezy fiasco and sort of replicating a Yeezy slide without giving one of its biggest selling points, the comfort. But I'm not going to get into the whole thing or whether they look like a Yeezy slide or not. My main point being they were so damn uncomfortable. And when you're paying £45 for a slide, that's the last thing you want to worry about. Now yes, these do retail for £20 more at 65 quid and I will leave some purchase links down below as well. But I do definitely think the Calm Mule does a lot better than the Calm Slide. But sit back, relax, before we get into any of that stuff, let's talk about the box. Now these come with the exact same box as the Calm Slide. It's a very simplistic box with the small Nike swoosh cutout on the top. But other than that, nothing more to mention. Now I have two colorways here. The one that really caught my eye from the get-go was the green. And the product sticker on that box does say Women's Nike Calm Mule and the official colorway is oil green and oil green. And the other black colorway, it is indeed black and black. Now the boxes do suggest that these are a women's release, but just like the Calm Slide did, they should be releasing bigger sizes for men's as well. Because I remember when the Calm Slide actually come out, they were only going up to a 9.5, just like these, which yes, is a women's 12. And whilst we're speaking about sizing, how do they fit, you ask? Well, let's talk about it. Now on the website, when I tried to go for these, they only had a 9.5 and not a 9, so I went for the 9.5. My true to size is a 9, and because they have the strap, I wasn't really too worried. Now they do have a little room, don't get me wrong, but because of the strap, you can adjust it and you're all good. Now if you can get your true to size, I just go for that. But if you can only go for half a size up, then you can get away with that too. You can always tweak it with the strap, but at the same time, you can always take the strap off too. So that's a big bonus when it comes to the sizing. So broskis, the Nike Calm Mule. What's so special about this and why has this changed my mind compared to the Calm Slides? Well, not only because I feel these look better, but I also think they feel better on foot as well. I'm not too sure if it's just me, but the midsole, if you want to call it that on the Calm Slide, did feel very stiff. But this one, in my opinion, has a lot more cushioning to it. Now this Nike Calm Mule does look like a cross between a Birkenstock clog, a Croc as well, and even the Calm Slide. There's a lot of similarities to all three of them in this. And it's always going to come down to personal preference in terms of looks. But for me, it actually does work. I mean, some angles, they do look a bit off and too rounded in my opinion, but then some others, they look pretty cool. Like the lateral side with that Nike swoosh, that does add a nice look. But as we look to the medial side of the shoe, that's sort of whole, and I know they've given it for more breathability and that sort of thing. But in terms of looks, it does kind of throw it off a little. Now the rounded toe area is where I sort of feel like the Birkenstock clog comes in here in terms of inspiration. But overall, I'm not too mad at it. The big selling point to a lot of people is also going to be the strap area. Now the only thing I feel like this doesn't have over a normal Croc, for example, is you can put the Croc in a sport mode, I think they call it. But the way the strap is designed on this, you can't really pull it forward, you're just better off taking it off entirely, which is a bit of a shame. I know some people were looking forward to that as well, but that's just me nitpicking. I mean, for a lot of people, that's not even going to matter. And if I have to look at it from both sides, I don't know whether I like it without the strap on or the strap off. I mean, they both have their perks. The strap adds a little bit more comfort and helps with the sizing as well. But when you take the strap off, it's a little bit more free feeling. But either way, at least you have the option to take it off. Now the top of the foam on the whole upper, it is very soft and I do like the feeling. So your feet don't really feel squashed in there. Now as we make our way to technically the insole, I guess, it has a lot of ridges there to keep that friction so your feet are not moving around too much. We do also have that subtle Nike swoosh there in a different sort of shade. Now the outsole on on both of these colorways are totally different, and I didn't see that coming. Now in terms of design, they look near enough identical, but comparing both of these colorways, the green pair has a lot more grip and the black pair is sort of sliding all over the place. The black pair kind of feels like they're suede on the outsole or even felt, whereas the green pair is a lot more grippy because it feels more like rubber. Now it doesn't make sense at all, but it is what it is. So now that we've looked at both of these colorways, I think it's about time that we decide whether these are a buy or a buy. Now I've spoken about this before. There's tons of different options in terms of this kind of sneaker or slide. There's Crocs, there's actual slides, there's even Birkenstocks and the rest of them. Not to forget the famous foam runner. But I feel like all of them on the market does have its place, you know? For example, if you want one to sort of just lounge around at home, then I think a slide is the one to go for. But if you want something on your feet when you're actually going around and shopping and that sort of thing, then maybe a Croc or a foam runner is the one to go for. But I kind of feel like this one sort of falls in between. And it's not to say it's a bad thing, it's actually a good one. Because you got that added option of taking the strap off or even having it on, it gives it a whole different dimension. You can use it for leisure or actually going out as well. And because of how robust the outsole does look, it gives it that little bit more durability. Whereas I feel like most slides, if you go out with them too much, it does wear away too easily. So if you wanted to buy these to wear at home or even go on holiday, you can do both of those things. And in my opinion, I know you're paying the extra £20 compared to a Calm slide, but these do feel so much better on foot. And I know to some people, they're not the best looking things out there. But when it comes to looks and design, it's always going to come down to what you actually like. And if we go back to the pricing just for a second, compared to the Salehis, it's about 80 quid. So you're still winning there. And I'm not going to lie, the Salehis, as much as I like them, they're not the prettiest thing. These even look better. So these are not the most expensive out there. They're sort of in between. And I mean, for £65, it's not cheap by any means. But for the added versatility in terms of the strap and taking it off and that sort of thing, then I kind of feel like it's worth it. Now out of the launch colorways, I definitely like the green one more than any of them. The black one's cool and it may be more versatile, but the outsole, I don't know what Nike were thinking. Why are these so damn slippery? It doesn't make any sense to me. But I say that all to say I can definitely recommend these, especially better than the Calm slides. These are indeed an absolute buy. But broskies, comment down below and let me know what you think. Is the Nike Calm Mule one you're looking to add to your collection? Or is this an absolute miss? Leave it all down below and I will pin the best comment. Anyways, my people, thank you for stopping by as always. Don't forget to do all that good stuff, like, comment, subscribe, share, and till the next episode, take care. Okay, so this one came out of the... Okay, so we on Instagram? No, it was a YouTube live. The Nike Calm. What does mule mean? It's a donkey. The fact of the matter. Yes, these are a women's exclusive. No, they're not. They're not. Women's release. Homemade iced latte. I'm basically posh.